I was born by a river, oh, in this little old tent, oh, just like this river. I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change has gotta come now. Ooh, yes it is. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. It's been too hard living, oh, man. And I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there beyond the clouds. It's been a long time coming. I know, change has gotta come. Oh, yes, it is. There's a time I will go to my brother. Oh,
this is my bicentennial project with my grandma Erie. So, this your name, Grandma Erie, and where are you from?
Okay, my name is Erie Robinson, and as you stated, I'm your grandmother. I live in Byron, Mississippi, and you want me to tell you what it was like before integration, because all of my school days were in school before integration. So I was in a segregated school. Of course, we rode the school bus to school, totally black students. Sometimes our school buses got us to school on time, in order, and sometimes when the school buses broke down, our school bus driver had a truck that he would pick us on and take us to school, Jasia. But the school building that I experienced, we had one little building that was like all in one. From 1st through 12th grade went to the same school. Now for some activities, we had a church nearby that we could use for some of our classes. So for some of the classes, we had to walk over to the church and use. But basically, all our school was in one little red schoolhouse. And at one time when you came home, I carried you and showed you the school where we went. And it was like 1st grade, 2 or 3 grades might have been in the same room. Then we go to another room and there was another grade. We go to another room and there was another grade, but we were all housed in the same building. Now, we didn't have any problems. We were was raised strictly. Our parents didn't allow us to go to school and participate in any kind of distress or anything like that. So you went to school to learn, because learning was important. Our parents didn't have formal education, but as parents, they realized the importance of education. So that was required of us, instilled in us as children. You go to school, you study, and you do your best.
So that's all. Thank you for sharing your experiences with me.
All right.
My name is JC Davison. This is my bicentennial project with my auntie Nellie. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Nellie Jenkins, and I live in Los Angeles, California area right now. My experiences were very similar to your grandmother's. She did a wonderful presentation of sharing how it was for us back in those days. But what I recall is going to school a little bit early, because in those days they did not enforce age. You could go whatever age your parent felt that you were okay to go. So I went to school at age 5 and was able to make a grade at that time, which was 1 year behind your grandmother. And I just recall many days wanting to be with my sister, my older sister. But because of my age and the not being able to accomplish the things that I needed to be in her grade, I had to stay back. But it was a wonderful experience. And at that time, segregation was it. That's what we experienced. And I recall many, many times looking in books with names in them because someone else had used that book already. We didn't get to have brand new books. We were able to use the books that the white students had used already. But we appreciated that very much because we knew, our parents had already instilled in us just how important it was to learn, and we were there to be educated. And so it didn't matter that that book had been used. We got that book and did our very best.
Thank you for sharing your experience.
I said, Mother, I'm down on my knees. It's been a time that I thought, Lord, this will last very long.
Okay, this is my bicentennial project, and what is your name and where you're from?
My name is Brenda Moore, and I live in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, so what is your experience with integration?
Well, our schools integrated when I was entering into my 11th grade year. Actually, everything went along really well. The only thing that I really regretted was that my classmates were all split up, and we were like one big family because from first grade all the way through 10th grade, it was an all-black school, so we knew everybody. And it didn't matter from what part of the county you lived in, we all went to that one school. So we knew everybody. And our teachers were really good, and they took time with us, they knew our families, so it made it interesting. But what happened when we integrated, there were, instead of having one high school, there were 3 high schools in. We had one called Dexter, which at one time was all white. And then there was another small one called Salem, which was an all white school. And then, see, the black students had been going to J.J. Gullich. But then when we integrated, they changed the the white students' high school became the elementary school. So then all of the students, blacks and whites, went to one elementary school from kindergarten through, I think they went to the 6th grade then. And then what was the black high school, which was actually the better school because it was newer, became the high school. And they dropped the name of the black school, which was J.J. Gullich Memorial High School, and changed it. And it was my class actually who voted on the mascot, which was the Chiefs, because we were the Hawks before that. And I don't remember what the white students' mascot was at that time. But it was my class who voted on the school colors and the school mascot. Now, as far as problems within my school, we didn't have any. Our kids got along so well. But anyway, we didn't have any problems. But I tell you what did happen. When they integrated the schools, those parents who were so racist that they didn't want their kids going to school with us black students, they took their kids out of this public school, collected enough monies to build this little, what they call the academy. And it was nothing better than a Big Ten building, really, as far as I could see, because I never went inside. And started their own little private school because they didn't want them to go to school with us. And, but we have a really good junior, senior year. And those other students, gradually over the years, some of them have come back to the public schools. But otherwise, everything went along really well. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it.
Time coming, I know